Scanning for audio.
Hello, welcome to another Tin Dog podcast. I'm going to be discussing Ahsoka Episode 3. Yes, I know the whole series is finished now and out there, people are watching it, but some people won't be. And if you're watching it along with me at a kind of relaxed pace, then that's fine. That's what we're here for. I know that in order to get the clicks and the views and the downloads, I should be watching an episode the day it comes out and then throwing myself into it and then reviewing it and then taking it apart piece by piece. And you know what? Let's just do that for Doctor Who, shall we? I think we're about a month away from Doctor Who being on TV. Brand new David Tennant-y Doctor Who. And that's nice. So Ahsoka should keep me going until then. Right, that and of course The Changeling on Apple TV. Now that's a scary show. So, Ahsoka, Episode 3. You watch it, you walk away and you think, not a lot happened, did it? There were some whales. Yay, space whales. That can't just be it, can it? Some space whales? But then you think, no. There was some definite stuff. There was some plot progression. It just felt terribly slow. It didn't feel as slow as Andor. Andor felt like watching paint dry. An edited version of that would work. Obi-Wan worked better in hindsight than it felt at the time. But obviously, for me, it's always going to be Mandalorian that, works best. I don't know if there's going to be some Mando or some Grogu turn up at some point because I've stayed away from spoilers. But what I am going to say is that this episode, this story, kind of just happened. You've got David Tennant droid. I will learn the names, I promise you I will. Going, you're not a very good Jedi. As I said last time, it feels like new Star Wars is very much about be what you want to be, not what you're naturally trained for or what your society tells you should be. The Mandalorian wants to be a Jedi. The natural Jedi, that is Grogu, wants to be a Mandalorian. One Mandalorian who wasn't born on Mando wants to be a better Mandalorian than everyone else. Everyone wants to be something different. And let's face it, Boba Fett is basically Jango, but anyway, that's not important. What is important is this particular story, okay? That's what we're here to discuss. It can't just be space whales. It's got some politics. Yes. Goggles woman. She turns up and goes, hey, Mon Mothma, can we send in a big platoon of people? And Mon Mothma's mates go, no. And you feel like that's the sort of thing that would happen in Doctor Who. Have we got the budget for that? Not really. Okay then, here's two blokes in a cardboard cutout spaceship. And then emo girl flies after them. There's a dogfight with very little worry because you go, hey, there's some people here you've not seen before. Their spaceships are going to get destroyed. And they do. There's a dogfight. All right, it's one of the best dogfights you've seen in Star Wars in modern times, and the fact that Ahsoka leaves the spaceship, puts on a Star Trek style gravity boots and hangs around outside with a space helmet. This is the first time you've seen a space helmet in Star Wars of someone leaving a spaceship and going outside, and space actually being space rather than just an extension of somebody's atmosphere and being treated the same. Yes, I know the spaceships make a noise when you fly past, and they shouldn't, but it's Star Wars. It's not based in that level of reality. It's got space wizards. Oh my god, the internet's gone mental. People calling Jedi space wizards. They're called that in the actual films, in the TV series. It's fine. People even call them laser swords, not lightsabers, in the movies. We need to accept this. So there's a training sequence. Ooh, that's about as exciting as the one in Star Wars. Good against remotes is one thing, but good against the audience, that's another. I'm down on this, and I shouldn't be, because I know it's going somewhere exciting. And I know for a start that Rebels is very good. And this is basically the live-action version of Rebels, so I'm giving it a lot of leeway. Chopper's brilliant, but I'm here for the droids. I'm always here for the droids. And then they end up landing on the planet and just passing time. So, is it the evil shipbuilder person who seems to be building one of those big Jedi transport discs and not a Stargate, as my wife pointed out? Probably. If person who they're trying to rescue, who apparently is a giant smurf in another galaxy, oh my god, it's like Doctor Who all over again. It's the 1960s. Let's call star systems galaxies and just go for it. Their concept of distance between places is weird, but that's fine. This is Star Wars. I need to accept that. So obviously, it's episode 3. It's not even halfway. Next time we'll be halfway, and that's good. But let's face it, this will be always the episode with the space whales and the droid who gets knocked out. Tennant's performance is very good because, as droids go, he's very, very old. And I like the idea of more people surviving Order 66, despite what the internet says. Ooh, where was Ahsoka during the original Star Wars films? I'll tell you where Ahsoka was during the original Star Wars films. Not existing, because that's how narrative works. That's how writing works. That's how creating spin-off media works. She was in hiding. That works for me. Or doing something else. Let's face it, this is the Star Wars trilogy is just the Skywalker family. Star Wars itself is a much bigger universe. So, with that, I'll get back and I will watch episode 4. But until next time, be seeing you. That was the Tin Dog Podcast. Everything discussed is the intellectual property of others. No infringement is intended. For early access to reviews, follow the show on YouTube or Twitter @TinDogPodcast. To contact the show, email tin-dog@hotmail.co.uk. The Tin Dog Podcast is a founder member of the Doctor Who Podcast Alliance.